All right, what is up, everyone? So, this upcoming week, which will be 24th tomorrow, 25th, when really markets get blown and going, I am looking for a down week, and it's not because the S&P 500, it's not because the Russell 2000, it's not because of the Dow Jones, it's because of the Nasdaq. And so we'll get into the Nasdaq here because I have some beef with the Nasdaq right now. So, looking back over this week for Monday right here, here's the Monday chart. You can see it's just typical moves. There's a five-way move, couple in there, a couple in there. You had a real big one up over here, and then a sell-off here for the rest of the week until Friday. Before the market opened, we had an up day on Friday. But these levels I have here based off of the Monday high and Monday low, you can see it went up and hit the 1.618 and then went and completed it down here at the 0.146 level right there. So once that trade is completed right there, even it goes and hits up the other levels, which it did, it doesn't matter because that trade is dead and gone. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that as well because you can see the green box is the level for it as well. So nothing out of the ordinary here for the S&P 500. Again, you had a real nice move up on Wednesday and then a little bit of sell off, and then finally came back over here. So moving into next week, I'm looking for it down. I'm looking for it down in every single market, and I think the sell off could be big. If it's not, well, then I'm going to throw that trade out the window. This one right over here, these levels, because then obviously it doesn't work. If something doesn't work one time, then it doesn't work. It has to work every single time the way I'm looking for it. So here on the Russell 2000 right here, and again, Monday the range was a little bit slower just because it was Martin Luther King holiday over here. So like the stocks weren't trading, but the futures markets were open. And so again, here it is. Here's his levels, his Monday's levels right over here. Sorry, I'm moving this around. See, there's the low. Here's the high up here, right there, before it closed. Price blew through the 1.146, almost hit the 1.68, but did not. So that means the level is still the zero. Price did come back down the next day, Tuesday, right after the market had opened, hit that level. So that one is dead and gone. A nice trade on that one as well. No big deal. Again, typical stuff. The Russell 2000 rolls a little bit different than the other markets. Like they're all a family, but kind of the Russell 2000 is kind of the black sheep. It kind of does what it wants to do. It's the wild child. So again, just a big five-way move up here, retracement, trash, 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 trash. There's some five-way move up in here, but I don't think I even plotted it. And then you had a real interesting one right here. See the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Came back up and barely took the 38% retrace line. How you get the 30% trace line is you take the second point, which is going to be right here, and you take it all the way down to the bottom after it hits into the yellow box. There it is. There's a 38% line right there. So that setup was done right there. They had another pretty big five-blade move down and a five-blade move up. Now, going into when the market opens tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, my time tomorrow, I'm looking at getting this trade right here, no bones about it, because we are in a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's just double check something real quick. Let's see, the low on this one is 2135.7, 2135.9. Okay, so that means a high, no big deal, right there. So when price closes below, this is just the 21 EMA. This is like the one filter I have that I found has been somewhat accurate as far as getting in close to the highs. Obviously, the way I trade on this, I haven't figured out how to get in right at the highs yet. I wait for it to come break the 21 EMA before I short it, and then the exit I'm going to have is going to be just slightly above the 30% line right up here. If price continues to go up, no big deal. I'll just get in with some more contracts as it continues to go up. That's the way I do it. But so let's look at this closely. So Price did actually close below that right there. Technically it did. Let's look at it even closer. There, as you can see, the 21 EMA going through there. In fact, let's make this a different color so it's a little bit easier. See on the old eyeballs. There, you can see that light blue. It did close below it. So actually, when this open, I'm going to have an order rating right at it, trying to get to it. I'm just hoping that when the market opens, it just doesn't blow straight down and fill that target. So I'm definitely looking at getting that. So that is going to be one I'm looking at taking tomorrow for sure to start off the week right there. Now, going over to the Dow Jones again. Not again, but going over to the Dow Jones. Let's see here. Where is Monday? Here is Monday. So again, those three markets pretty much all did the same thing. You had, move up, retracement, and then Friday it recovered a little bit for it. Here, price hit the 1.146 right here, went through it, never hit the zero line. Goes to 1.618, so that moves the exit right here to the 1.146. Got extremely close up here to the 1.618, and I got in it somewhere like right in here when it kept on going up. I had my next entry right up there. Of course, it misses it, but price came back down and ended up hitting the exit at 1.146 and completed it there. And then since then, again, same old thing y'all seen before. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come down, barely take it off right here. I mean, it's insane sometimes. Like, I would like to use a deeper retracement to get more profits when price does come back down, but I've seen this happen way too often than not, that using the second point, which is this one right here, let's just go right there. Using the second point from that move, I mean, look at that. It's right on it. That's how I figured out the way I trade is the most accurate way to get out of it. And it's better be safe than sorry. So I know I've given up tons of points as prices continue to move on down, but you have to get out, or I have to get out right there in order to book a little bit of profit. But obviously that one was too hard to get into. That one wouldn't have been anything right there. And then again, just look at all these 5 move down, 5 move down. A good size 5 move down right here, and then you had the end of Friday. Now let's get into it's a triple Q. That was closed on Monday, so you really can't go off of this thing right here. So that's why I'm looking at the Nasdaq. So as I said in my last video, based upon this trade right here, I don't trade the Nasdaq, and that is true. But what I did do to not be so exposed in trading the futures contracts for the Nasdaq is get in some buy some puts here for the Nasdaq, or excuse me, the triple Q, which follows the Nasdaq obviously. So it had a big gap up between when this market closed and when it opened right there. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get filled. I mean, it is a big gap. I was going back here and looking at it. That gap got filled right there. That one eventually got filled, but there have been a couple that haven't, I believe, if you go back far enough. Didn't come back. Well, all those are getting filled, so never mind. Don't listen to me. Yeah, this one right here, this is it. I mean, most of them do come back and get filled. This is the only one so far that hasn't. Pretty much the rest, oh, and this one right here, yeah, it came down a little bit to it. But, oh, and this one right here, see, there you go. Yeah, see, I knew I'd looked at this before. So there are sometimes, most of the time the gap seems like it does get filled, but this one looks like to be the largest one right here, and it had no chance of getting filled at all here in the triple Q. But going back to the Nasdaq right here, here is what I'm looking at, and I went and remeasured this 25 times to make sure it was correct. There's the low of Monday, there's the high of Monday. Correct. All right. Price doesn't hit the 1.146, continues to go up, hits 1.618, moves the exit down to here. But then price continued to go up. It didn't really operate like the other ones did, where it would come down and take it out over here. It got somewhat close, but continued to go up. So now it hit the 12,962. So when it does that, you move the exit up to the 1.68, and that's where it's going to be. So, but it kept rising. There we go, there we go. Hit the next level, and that's basically where it topped out for the week right there. The 5.85 or 6.85 Fibonacci extension line right there. That was kind of like the point. So let's just show the 1 hour chart. The MFI down here, this is just the money flow index, and what it does, it helps signal sometimes when you can expect a reversal. It doesn't happen 100% of the time, obviously, but it does give a good indication when a market is overbought or oversold, and you can expect a retracement. As you see on the 1 hour chart, when it gets into the 1 hour chart, you can usually look for, if it's above the, what is that, the 80% line right there, you can expect a retracement. And if it's below the 20% line, you can expect the the price to move back up. So when when it hit up over here, it went over there for almost a full day, and there hasn't been any retracement, as you can see. All has been is just contracts back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's been a huge range right there, about right there to right there, just going back and forth, those contracts collecting up right there. So what I've seen and how this has worked is when price initially hits this is day 0, then you have day 1, day 2, day 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, and that'd be Friday, and then 4 and 5. I haven't seen this trade setup go past day 5 before retracement come down to hit this, so that's why I said target should get hit by Tuesday 126 or sooner. If it doesn't, and definitely it goes all next week, price doesn't come back and retrace down to this level down here, 12,872, then I'm tossing this trade out the window right here, and yeah, probably most of my put options will expire worthless, but you win some, you lose some. That's the way it goes. And yeah, so that's why I'm looking for a big retracement down here. I have seen this trade getting carried over to next week several times. So that's no big deal. Price usually comes, or no, it always has, as far as all the back testing I've done, come down and hit it. So between this trade, the 1 hour chart, they're being just totally overbought with no pullback at all over here on the MFI on the 1 hour. If you go into the 15-minute as well, you can see it has more variance than the 1 hour chart, obviously, but again, it got extremely overbought, never really had that pullback at all, either over there, and of course the 5-minute, that's just the one I used to trade off right there. So that's why going into next week, that's my prediction. I am looking for price to go down, and I'm looking for it to go down to at least, what is that? What's that white? 12,872. 12,872.25. That is my prediction for next week. I'm not hedging or anything like that. I'm saying price is going to go down there and hit that. But if it doesn't, then I'm wrong, lost some money, and this trade setup is probably going to get thrown away because it's not reliable then, which stinks because I mean you can see all these green lines are the Mondays when it hit, or are from the Mondays till the day it finished right there, and every single time it's worked. And of course, like the one time I really get into it and start leveraging some buying some puts for it, of course it just takes off to the stratosphere based upon this right there. But just scrolling back over here, I guess that's as far as it's going to go right now. It's worked. So that's all I have to say about that. I'm looking for the market to get short next week. I'm looking for a big breakdown next week, and I'm looking for Nasdaq to go down to at least 12,873. Now, I guess that's really not considered a huge retracement right here. I mean, just last week we were at this level. So okay, excuse me, I'd take it back. I'm not looking for a huge retracement, but I am looking for a retracement from this level up here where it's at 13,352.50 down to around 12,872.25. So that's what I'm looking for next week. I'm looking for weakness starting out until, especially in the Nasdaq, until this level comes down here and gets hit. And I think it will drag some of the other markets down, or probably all the other markets, especially the S&P down with it, potentially the Dow, and who knows about the Russell. It kind of does whatever it wants to do. So that's it for now, and I'll probably have another video Monday after the close to show the levels on there. We'll see. If it doesn't work, then we'll never talk about those again. All right, have a good one. Bye.